Okay. And the magic machine here tells me that I'm live. So the only reason that I'm doing this live impromptu live stream right after my last live stream ended was because bite sized Cobra vids every once in a while will pop into my live stream and be like, "Hey man, like, do you want to, banter or whatever?" And I'm very wary of doing that for several reasons, but I really don't want to do that if I've already gotten time invested in some sort of material, or we've already built something up. Because if things go absolutely haywire, which invariably that I believe that they probably would or will, um, we wouldn't I wouldn't have to deal with this whole sort of thing, because it's like a very simple thing. People go, "Oh, it's easy." What would happen is that you chop off the offending part. But with me, with the speed of my life, and with all the things that I've got going on, when it comes time to taking care of that stuff, it's just not going to happen. Do you know what I mean? And there's so much weary and wariness about what's going on, that it'll just sort of he's okay. We don't know him like me and John. I don't know. Here's the other thing. I invite you guys on all the time as well. I'll constantly say, "Do people want to join me live? Do people want to do this, that, the other thing?" And no one will really say anything. Are you guys suggesting that you would come on stream as well? Because if you guys still want to hang as well, it's 7:42. At a certain point, I'm going to end. I sent the link to Bite Size Cobra Vid's email. And I think that I put this up on whatchamacallit, on the X app. So, but then again, people come and go, and I really wouldn't expect Bite Size to be hanging out for 45 minutes waiting for X, Y, and Z, especially because there's plenty of times when previously I've said, well, if there's still time, I'll come back or whatever. And, it may not have come up. But because, they had presented themselves again, and I had said, okay, well, yeah, we'll see what happens. And because there was an opportunity to say, well, there's still some time to do something, I said, well, I'll throw up the live stream. I'll throw it out to X. I'll throw out the invite, and we'll see what happens, if anything. Um, and you take it from there. Do you know what I mean? And that's about it. Let's see what gets in. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, it is what it is. But if anyone else is around and people want the link as well, I've got no problem with that. I've got no problem with that. If that's what people are communicating to me, I don't know what they're necessarily communicating to me. And it's just, at this point, it's just Jonaside and Brandon being Lavender in the live chat. Not a problem. You know what I mean? Not a problem there as well. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Do I still have you? Let me see. What do I have you under? Jeez. What email? Oh, geez. I don't want you to tell me. Send me an email. Oh, actually, if I do this, let me see if I do this. If I do compose, maybe it'll do this. Oh, dude, I've got this old one. I hope I'm not sending this invite out to everyone and their mother. Do this compose. This is the other one. This will be a disaster. Yeah, no, okay, so they got that one. And then if anyone else is around, if Joe said, if you're around, you want an invite, let me know. Can you? Don't call me. Don't. Let's not do that bullshit. But anyway, we'll see. This is the typical thing. This will be what happens. This will be the typical thing that happens. It'll be like, well, you know what I mean. We tried this or whatever, and at the same time that I want to be, because I don't want it to be the case that bite-sized Cobra vids comes around. I'm not trying to kiss anybody's ass, but I do like bite-sized Cobra videos work. I will absolutely concede that there's no way to characterize their behavior towards the various channels that I've hosted them on as anything other than, kind of like, trolling. But I don't necessarily. No, I can't. I'm not going to pretend that you're Mickey Rourke for even half a second. If you if you come here, Brandon, why don't you just come here yourself, and that'll be. Oh, okay. Jonaside, I'm not in a good mood for that right now. I'm totally stressed out. Stuff. It's the shitter, right? That'll fucking listen, man. Septic. But let me ask you this, Jonaside. Is there any possibility that bullshitting with me and Brandon might change your mood? Not necessarily that it would, because there have been times when I've been like in a mood and people have been like, come on, just come out. And I've been like, you're awesome. And you are trying to do, you're trying to do a good thing. You're trying to get me out. You're trying to get me out of my shell. You're trying to help. No, I'm not going. I'm not going to the show. Y'all are going, and y'all are going to have a good time. I'm going to be here fine. Okay? But it's not happening, bro. Come on. No, it's not happening. But we love you. And we've got Dr. Thropos. Dr. Thropos.
Hello, CW. How are you?
Not bad. How are you, Doctor?
Good. Very, very good. How are you?
Fantastic.
And how are you?
Fantastic.
Great.
Oh, we got the elephant in the room is in the live chat as well. Sorry, I've been MIA, complete health crash. Yay. I'm sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, my bad for my setting. My video setting, that is.
Your non-video setting?
No, that's actually the green wall I have behind my back, but I set it to weird anonymous. So that's intentional, actually.
Well, we see nothing other than your microphone, sounding out on the icon.
I don't want people to focus on my beauty. I don't want people to focus on what I'm wearing, the lighting of my room, the whatever.
Well, the disconnect would be this. I asked you about. We started talking about settings, and then all of a sudden you started describing your room.
Yeah.
But Brandon,
yeah,
I can't see your room, and neither could anybody else.
No, I don't want to. Do you?
Yeah.
Why?
Why not? It's
not
provides a more intimate visual.
Listen, you're broadcasting from as far as. I mean, I talked to Dave Wilcock recently. He said Gitmo, and I talked to other people, and they said that you're broadcasting from Gitmo, are you not? You're basically chained up.
Who, me?
Yeah.
This is all an illusion. They let me out of the cell for the required amount of time to film these videos, and then they put me back in the rubber room.
But you like the Metallica music that they play.
That's why they don't play the Metallica music for me.
What? What do they play? Mamas and Papas?
See that's where I'm getting them. That's where I'm Kaiser Soze, the jackasses at Gitmo, because I've got such a wide and eclectic taste. You know me. I've got such a wide and eclectic taste. They play anything and everything, and I'm like, turn it up. Wow. Turn it up. What is this, Marisbo?
Wow.
What is this, disco? Oh, yeah, we can play. Oh, country western? Like, I don't like that. Oh, John Denver? Country roads, take me home. Kiss my ass. And I'll sleep through anything, too. I'm like,
well, it's like when you ever see The Simpsons, where like.
Never.
You've never seen this. So, but there's a Simpsons episode where it's like the Forbidden Horror of House. And it's a Halloween special every year. They used to do it. And Homer, he eats the forbidden donut. There's a thing he eats. The devil comes to him. He says, "You'll never eat this donut." And he eats the donut, right? And he goes to hell. And in hell, there's a being. And he wants to feed him donuts. And he says, "Ah, you like donuts, do you? Well, we'll give you all the donuts you can eat." Hum, 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 hum. And he just keeps eating the donut.
I'm very familiar with the classic Simpsons.
Well, I don't know if everybody else is. I'm just saying, I'm not for
Okay.
you especially, but I know you are. But I'm not. The people that might be turning in. I mean, the three
Might be
people.
turning.
I just want to say they might be Simpsons fans. So what happens is Homer eats, and basically the devil runs out of donuts for Homer to eat.
Are you describing? Is there okay? Let me ask you this: can we cut through the tree hole and say this?
Yeah.
Assuming that, assuming that the audience might be Simpsons fans, and I dare say that they probably are, right?
You think? Yeah. All right.
I think the Venn diagram of C.W. Chandler fans and Simpson fans, I think there's probably overlay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Maybe not universal praise for the later episodes, but anyway, where were we going with this? Why were we describing the hungry Homer, the Homer in hell?
Because it's the same thing that you're doing with your audience. You understand?
No, take me through it.
You're feeding, like, you are putting them in hell, and you are feeding them donuts until they just run out of donuts, and then you run out of donuts. You don't know what to do.
That's what's happening?
I think so. I think, and then, like, you're trying to, like, you put all this, like, lamination into the sort of the RPG channel, right? But would never get to play. Like, no one gets to play.
Now listen, if you hold on, excuse me, Dr. Throbos, I have a very, very, very low tolerance for gaslighting.
I'm not gaslighting.
I have a very low tolerance for gaslighting. I have been telling
you. I'm not gaslighting.
Well, actually, I don't, because that would be why I would start bringing it up as a subject. Because here would be the notion. I am on my RPG channel fucking constantly saying, what? If anybody wants to join,
email me.
Yeah. And
when do you play though? Like, you never give it time. You never give it time when people can play. You never give it time or.
You want to play right now? You want to play right now?
I'd love to play right now.
Let's do this shit.
Go for it. I don't care. But, like, I'm just saying, like,
what do you mean go for it? You're gonna do it. I thought you wanted to play too.
I do, but I wasn't prepared for right now. I mean, but let's go. Okay, let's go. I'll play. I don't care, but I'm thinking it's more for like two. It's not like two people. I mean, that can happen, but if you roll
two people can play.
No, but if
I could be the referee, and you could be the player.
Well, you don't intend on people paying attention to the rules, but I have a little bit, right? So
what would give you the impression that I don't intend people to pay attention?
Because no one knows what we're playing. Like, it's all in your, like, sort of realm. And
I know that people. So here's the thing with me is that I get feedback, and from my perspective, here's what's been happening on the Blueberry Wolf Bridge RPG channel. Right? Hey guys, there's this new game that I'm playing, and it's kind of hard to explain the way I explain it because the way I explain things, but it's actually ridiculously simple. Every character can have 6 characteristics rated between 1 that they're going to rate assigned a 1 through 6.
Yep.
Right. And then in
doorways, though. Only those are the 1 through 6 of the doorways.
Well, then, you roll on the dice. And
am I right? That's the 1 through 6 in the die and the doorway. So when you roll a snake eyes, that's a 2 in the doorway. So
maybe okay. So here,
dude, I followed it. No one else. I'm telling you.
Well, for a guy that's following it, what's scary to me, and I'm not saying this is you. I'm conceding. It's like Charles Williamson in the last live stream saying that he was having trouble following me when I was saying what I. So here's the thing. So it's like me. It's like Charles Williamson was in the last.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Saying basically like I don't when I come up here and I say, hey guys, I watched this movie from 1984, and I took little
I used
notes
to
on
think,
it, and I'm gonna read
yeah.
through them. And he was like, "I'm lost." I'm like, well, "How could you be lost?"
Well, no, it's fine. Like you just got to go with it, you know.
And you're and then you're saying that you're paying attention to the rules, and then it would seem to me that if you were paying attention to the rules, that the rules aren't that complicated.
Yeah, they are actually, because you like all you've been doing instead of playing the game is going over the rules for the past year. Let's be honest.
And that made the rules harder to understand.
Yes, because the hermeneutics, which is in the philosophy of
I'm
interpretation.
familiar with the work of Alfred Lambermont
Well, not
Weber
so many.
and Peter Kling. Therefore, I am familiar with the work of the study of hermeneutics.
No, but that goes to Hegel, like the study. That's not
Hermeneutics.
hermeneutics. Is basically like interpretation.
Peter Kling.
But I wouldn't say stupid. What's his name that you just said?
Alfred Lambermont Weber?
Yeah, he's not like Hegel. But
He's like Hegel in a certain sense.
how?
2 eyes, and he's a human being.
Oh yeah, he's German.
Aristotle's a man.
Hey.
Man is mortal.
Well,
Lambermont
Weber is not human. I don't know if you've caught that latest interview. But
he's human. Well, he's various things. He's everything to all people. Depending on what you bring up to Alfred Lambermont Weber, he'll be like, his latest thing is that he's apparently Robert Kennedy Jr. used to raid his refrigerator when his father was bivouacked with his family while they were on some sort of press junket. Alfred Lambermont Weber, if you bring up anything to him, he'll be like, I actually met Julia Child when I was 13 years old, and she told me I made the best flambe a Cuban American boy could possibly make. And that came from Julia Child. So what?
You're not going to get this. Hold on. You're not going to get this anywhere else. Check this out.
Okay.
Julia Child was my grandfather's student. And he brought her over from the OSS, which is the operations of not Social Security, but Secret Service, I think it was, right?
I'm pretty sure it was Social Security.
Yeah, and they paid attention to like people like,
Julia Child.
But she was a big girl. But she could TypeScript. That's the thing, right?
Like Simon Parks' mom?
Oh yeah, that's right. Exactly. Good point. So, but but check this out. So she actually went to Smith College in Northampton, which I don't know if you know where Northampton is. It's in Western.
I am familiar with Massachusetts, as you're aware.
Well, there's a street called Pearl Street down there where they have.
I'm familiar with Pearl Street.
Are you?
Yeah.
And then there's like the Pearl Street, nightclub, and if you go a little bit further, there's a Brass Cat, and there's Fitzwillies, which is one of and the Friendlies, which is right there too, in the Hotel Northampton.
And okay, so where are we going?
The Calvin Coolidge. What is it? The theater there. It's a nice Calvin Coolidge theater.
Brandon.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, but let's just. I don't want to be. What I really want to do is I want to follow this thread of the rules being confusing, because I want to solve that confusion, and I want to figure out. I want to get to the bottom of it, because I must be doing something terribly wrong if I've been describing what I think is simple rules. Here, look. Let me ask you this: if I were to read, what about the doors and the rooms is confusing you, and rolling a 6-sided die to figure them out?
All right. Honestly, if I'm rolling a 6, I go through the 6th doorway. Tell me if I'm wrong or not.
If I
roll a 6,
here's how it would work. So look here, we've arrived at an area. We're
not a 12. Yeah.
No. Okay. Don't worry about being creative. Let's trust me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
We're in given spot A, and we've resolved our conflict with whatever beastie or baddie we've seen there, right? Mm-hmm. So we're prepared now to, like if we were playing Micro Chapbook RPG, to do the doorway roll to figure out how many exits are outside of this area or realm that we're currently in that could lead us to possible other areas, right? So
Right.
the first thing we would do is we would roll a 6-sided die that we would have the result of to get like a D3 result
Uh-huh.
to figure out how. So I got a 2. So we have one door. We just know that we've got one door out of here.
Okay.
So we would roll on the door portal. If we had, let's say for example, I had rolled a 6. And so I have that and we have 3 doors out. Then we would roll to get the number. The first one was a number 2. So that was show us your concept of good TV. Now we could decide to go for that door or we could figure out what the other doors are as well. If we only had one door, we'd only have one option. If we got one door, we got one, and it was the 6, it will weigh your heart and judge, then that's the door we have. And we'd have to find some other way out of there unless we thought we could conquer that door. And if we couldn't conquer that door, we would either be flummoxed or die.
Get it.
Right. And the other thing is this, is that
All right.
the play style has to do with this thing called free Kriegspiel play, where it's like it's not like Dungeons and Dragons where the concept is, okay,
right,
you're going to read the player's handbook and it's going to cover all of the rules from like, being knocked prone to how to make a campfire, all these things. And it's going to cover all of these things. And there's going to be a rule for every instance or everything that happens. Read the player's handbook, read the Dungeon Master's Guide, read the monster manual, and then you have the stats, you have the information, and there's all these rules and statistics.
Mm-hmm.
In this sort of gameplay, it's much more open-ended. It's much more like free improv. So it's much more like, yeah, we could fail to get through that, or we could come up with some excuse or some reason or rationale.
I like that.
Why we did. So, for example, if we were to play, and I would be playing my gal that I've been playing this, and I don't know why you keep on saying that I haven't been playing, other than I think that you're kind of.
We haven't played. No one's played, as far as I know.
I keep on telling people to play.
I want to play, but I haven't sent the email yet.
So then what? So what are you telling me you want to play? You're telling me you want to play. This is what I was saying about gaslighting. You're telling me you want to play here, and you're telling me like I'm not inviting people to play, and then you're telling me, then you're responding and saying that you didn't send the email.
Excuse me.
There's no excuse.
There's
no excuse.
If I send an email to you saying I want to play, I assume I want to learn how to play.
You know how to play.
I do a little bit.
Yes.
But I think you learn.
Listen, if you said, what do you think would happen if you quote unquote don't know how to play? You would start playing with me, and what do you think would happen? You think I'd be like, no, Brandon, that's wrong. You failed. You're out of the game.
No, that's fine. If it was wrong.
But I wouldn't do that. You're going to be fine.
No, but that's fine. I need to know the rules.
You know the rules.
Kind of.
You know the rules.
I don't know if anyone else does. I think you know them, but like I don't think any other people do. You know what I mean?
Okay, well then let's help them out right now.
Exactly. I want to play. Let's go. Let's roll it down.
Oh, you do want to play. You do want to play.
I don't want to use Snake Eyes. Anything but you. But the thing is like you say you roll a die and then you just like place the die down to whatever you want it to be. Like if you want it to be 7, if you want it to be 9 or whatever, you place the die down to, let's say it's a 9, and then,
well, if I'm giving a hypothetical example, Brandon,
can you roll the damn die? No, roll the damn die in real time so we can see that you're rolling it and it's not you placing it down with like, what the answer is going to be. You know what I mean?
Like I'm quote unquote fudging the numbers. But that's the thing about FKR play style is that I could do whatever I want. I wouldn't even need like.
But it's not fair.
What do you mean? I wouldn't be trying to hurt you. I would be trying to create an engaging experience with you.
Yeah, but the engaging experiences.
Why don't we do this, Brandon? Why don't we stop dancing about architecture? Why don't we decide whether or not you're going to play with one of the pre-generated characters I have?
All right, Elvis Costello. Let's go.
What'd you say?
I said, all right, Elvis Costello.
Elvis Costello. That's you come back to me?
Dancing about architecture. Yeah.
Dancing about architecture. Okay. Do you know about how we do do you want to create your own character out of the rule?
I do.
Okay, you do. So let's start with one of my fancy dancy. Let me do this. I'm going to, I really wish I could switch to document cam now, but I can't do things midstream. You know that. Here, look. We're gonna make your character, okay? And even if we just make your character tonight, that'll still be progress, right?
All right. Yeah.
So, because sometimes I don't want to bore you though, but
No, let's go.
don't only if you want to.
Hey,
I
I'm
don't want.
telling
I'm
you
not
what
trying
to
to.
do.
What'd you say? So, Brandon, let me suggest this. What we're going to end up having to do is we've got 6 categories here, right? We've got
Yeah.
7 actually, but the name doesn't get a score, so we don't have to worry about assigning that a number.
All right.
We have name. You're not gonna be able to see this is like bad.
No, all right,
Name,
go. Yeah.
name, archetype, power, secret power, equipment, 3 pieces of equipment, a vehicle, and their home base, right?
All right,
And
and
we're
that
gonna
can
get
be
all of
anything I
those.
want.
What'd you
Excuse
say?
me. That can be anything I want.
Well, no, we're gonna want to pick things
Oh,
from
okay.
2014. So that would be the hardest part is getting
Oh,
through the. But we can start.
all
So
right,
this
let's
is
go.
from Doctor Who from season 8,
All right,
episode 1.
let's go.
I'm just going to start reading things out, and you tell me if you want any of them as any of your things. Remember, you're looking for a name, your archetype, your superpower, your hidden power, 3 pieces of equipment, a vehicle, and a home base.
Got it.
Okay, so I'm going to start reading. Clara, out of the box.
Partner.
Everyone, what?
Partner.
Everyone take, what? Everyone take 5. That's the doctor. Establishing a psychic link for perfect sleep involving a piano. The strangeness of starting out old. Transmitters
Wow.
set up invisible fencing to contain the beast.
Ooh.
Do you want that as a piece of equipment?
No, this is great. No, keep going.
Okay. May I take your clothes? It's not real. It's the government. Clockwork man on the streets of London accepting gifts. Centuries untold.
Wow.
Raised reptile voices from behind black veils. Burnt dinosaur barbecue at the docks. Madman on horseback through old London town.
Wow.
A dinosaur is burning in the heart of London. Planet of the pudding brains.
Mm-hmm.
He always comes looking for his box at 22. Period dress Clara, 23.
Mm-hmm.
Mandatory medical examination with psychological elements. The strange universal medical device. Throat cut by the violent poor. Independently cross eyebrows. 4th case of spontaneous combustion.
Yep.
You want that?
Well, I mean, no.
Noting it. Okay. Posing in period undergarments while the criminal investigation gets underway.
Yeah.
The Impossible Girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one.
You like that one? Do you like that?
Yeah.
What do you like that for? You like that for the archetype, the power? What?
Clara is the impossible girl, right?
Yeah, but we could break this shit up. You could. I mean, if we wanted to, you could, because that's from Doctor Who. We could little bits and pieces to put Clara together, but you could do that if you wanted to. You don't necessarily. Remember, we have Clara dress. We have period dress Clara 23.
Yeah.
And we have Clara out of the box. We do have Clara mentioned by name, and then we do also have the archetype of the Impossible Girl.
I remember the Impossible.
You want that as your archetype? You want that as something else? What do you want?
Excuse me.
It's okay. Or do you want me to read through more things, and then you can get a feel for?
Can you not call me right now? Excuse me. Yeah, don't call me right now. When I tell you not to call me, don't fucking call me. All right, goodbye. Hello, CW
Yep,
there.
that's me.
Oh Jesus, I'm fucked.
How badly?
My life is fucked.
Well, fucked lives are
I'm
entirely
dead.
unfuckable. Do you know that, right? We don't have to go there though. Dr. Thropos? Brandon? We've got 2 Dr. Throposes now.
Hello.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
So is the other Dr. Thropos like gone? Is that like a lost link?
Yeah, he's gone. Kick him out.
Okay.
All right. Sorry about that. My God. I hate when people call when you're like trying to, they call at the most random times,
Yeah, you know what I do?
What?
Don't answer the phone.
No, I didn't even answer it. It just went off. I know. Anyway, so all right.
Where are we?
Where are we?
Do you want to do something else? Or you okay? Or
No,
should
I'm
we
good.
wrap it
Let's
up,
go.
or?
I had a good thing going, I thought.
You did, yeah. No, absolutely. Mancini's Family Restaurant. They are
What?
not eating or breathing here on this space of Mirror 23. Self-buckling booth to the bottom of the kitchen.
Mhm.
Droids salvaging spare body parts.
Right.
A robot turning himself into a human.
Right.
A brand new head rebooting.
Yep.
Give me a screwdriver.
Yep.
How
Exactly.
long can you hold your breath? For only so long, and then discovery. Flamethrower hand attachment.
Mm-hmm.
No interest. No interest in
This is all
flamethrower
Doctor
hand
Who, right?
attachment.
I
Okay,
mean,
we'll go.
no. Wait, we were going. I remember you asshole. So, like, I remember going back to Doctor Who, right? People will remember. I can't look at the chat right now, but people will remember that we were talking about Doctor Who, right?
Yes.
And
In the context of season 8, episode 1 happening in 2014, and therefore being a relevant place where
correct.
we could generate and harvest data points for our game that you were so adamant that I was
Well,
not
I just
letting
want to
people
play the
play,
stupid thing,
and that you
yeah,
wanted to play.
exactly. Well, let's just play it. Forget it. Let's go. Roll
Do you
the
want me to
dice.
keep on reading things, or do you want to?
No,
Here's
I
the
mean,
other
I'm
thing:
good with Doctor Who. I
you
mean,
don't have to like overthink it. Like if we put together a character and it turns out to be somewhat of a dud. Also, I've got pre-generated characters. If you just want to hit the ground running and we just want to get you moving.
Well, everyone knows that. I mean, I know more about Doctor Who than you do, so it's fine.
But the knowledge of Doctor Who is irrelevant because it just matters that it was a thing from 2014.
All right, if you say so. So let's. All right, let's shake the die. Who goes first, you or me?
Well, why don't we start off by figuring out whether or not you're playing with? Are we still going to generate you a custom character? Or are we going to use one of the pre-generated characters I have before? Should we just use a pre-generated character?
I want my own, actually.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
But what I was suggested that if you want your own, one of the things that you could do is just like we don't need to be so worrisome about it. Like if we,
I'm not.
Well, we could have just like selected some of these things already, possibly.
All right,
like a flamethrower hand attachment. Like, you serious? Like, you don't want that?
No, I do.
You do.
Wait, a flamethrower
hand attachment. You don't have to have
I don't really. No,
don't worry about
I don't want that. I want 2
Okay,
hands.
here we go. Here, you know what I'm going to do? But I'll read this stuff out. We'll read this one page, and then you'll meditate upon this.
All right, let me meditate.
And then you'll think about it, and then you'll come back, and people can think
going back to the Himalayas.
Exactly.
The Himalayas.
Anyway,
you guys might know it as the Himalayas. We
will reach the promised land. Robot Rubbish robots from the dawn of time. ETs for the Queen in the name of Geronimo. This ship is millions of years old. Street Beat and the Bobs. I am not human. London from Dino Balloon. You are the control node, aren't you? It cannot end. Self-destruction is contrary to my primary programming. Who was lying and who did the deed? When the good doctor returns.
Wow. Good prophet.
Really,
This is from the prophet of James, the robot. And he was a great prophet of the robot era.
okay.
And he wrote these robot, what would you call them?
Well, listen, but Brandon, do me a favor, because that was episode 1 of season 8. I do plan on watching.
Is it really?
Yeah. So I do plan on watching the rest of that
I
season.
didn't know you were into this. That's great.
Well, I'm only into it because it's from 2014. I'll watch it.
Well, watch the recent one, like
2004, whatever.
Right.
It doesn't matter. I could watch The Frugal Gourmet from 2014.
No, I mean Phantom Gourmet, but you could watch New Who from David Tennant on. You know.
You could, but what I like to do is I like to keep it like tight on, like, so we're playing this one instance of love.
Right.
It's happening in 2014. That's why we're on this season of it and pointing it out. But you're a big Doctor Who fan, as you said.
I am.
So if you've got streaming services where you can watch Doctor Who, watch any parts of season 8, and you put together any character you want to.
Yep.
I'll send you the character sheet. And I think you know what the rules
No,
are.
it's pretty brilliant, actually. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. And then you can play.
I think that's very cool. I don't know if it's
I agree.
real. I don't know.
You don't know what? If what's real?
Well, I don't think like people like in the Doctor Who universe, like the fan base, like I'm part of, would be like, oh wow, this dude came up with something from season 8. Fucking.
But I didn't come up with something from season 8. I came up with something from like 2004. I didn't really come up with anything. All
Yeah,
these
but
things
still,
were, like,
I mean,
around,
it's like
you know what I
everyone's
mean?
moved on from that. It's like, all right, we're cool. I like it.
Well, and you know that there have been multiple
David Tennant,
Doctor Who RPGs, though. Like there have been like so many Doctor Who RPGs.
There's been audiobooks. There's been, forget it. They brought it back. It's so popular. They brought it back for this season. You know,
right? Are they starting it up again
with David Tennant and Dr. Donna? You know,
that would make sense that they're bringing that back. David
you
Tennant.
Haven't seen
you
it
look
yet?
at the David Tennant years.
So
that is on the
too.
loop as well. Because what years was he on? Because he was probably in 2004.
Russell T Davies is writing it and stuff, and like it's like a.
Just worry about the characters and when they appear in time, because I think what it is that they're trying to hit the nostalgia loop. That's like when people are talking about the TTRPG space, people are acting like Dungeons and Dragons is over. I'm telling you, 5th edition has been the biggest edition ever, and it's going to have its 10th anniversary next year. People act like a new edition coming out is the end of. People collect these editions, whatever. It doesn't even matter. Yeah. Dungeons and Dragons is Dungeons and Dragons.
Hello?
It's the Yankees. They're they're the biggest thing
my
going.
Alarm went off. Hold on,
it is what it is. But anyway, not to get off on a tangent. Proxy Paradise.
3.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Manipulation on so many strange existential levels. None of them good. Proxy Paradise with a strange hostess.
Mm-hmm.
The history of D&D. Oh no, then we moved on to something else. So that was it. So those were things from 2014 Doctor Who.
No, it's a good point though. Like, I didn't know you knew Doctor Who. CW.
I don't really know Doctor Who. I mean, I know Doctor Who in the sense that here's what my history of Doctor Who is. Number one, like growing up, like as kind of like a dweeby, geeky, nerdy kind of guy.
Yeah,
everyone was tuned in to know that what was going on BBC and what was ever happening on. We were all Anglophiles, right? Monty Python, Doctor Who, you know what I mean? Like everything from that, Sir Lancelot, dragons, knights, and shining armor, like everything from punk rock, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, everything from England was awesome when I was growing up. Like that's what we were. That's what we just knew. Everything from England was just like the best. Like, and so Monty Python was huge, and like so Doctor Who. I always wanted to be into Doctor Who, but it
Right?
was always one of those things. It's always like ah, like the early Doctor Who. A lot of it can be like really, unless you're like a fan who like grew up like
Super
that's what it's like.
bad. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like I can play an old
Oi,
Atari
it's
game
like
that I played
Bertrand
before
Russell. Yeah.
because it's an old Atari game that I've played before, so I can be nostalgic about remembering that time. When my kids
No.
act like
Yeah.
I would never encourage my kids to try and play an Atari game because there's no point. They suck. You know what I mean? It's like ball in a cup. You know what I mean? It's like they're not good. I mean, the only reason they're good is for people to say, without those steps, we wouldn't have gotten to the steps that came after. Without the steps that came after, we wouldn't have gotten to here. And then there are people who are like, yo, I remember being up all night with my friends playing Pong. Right.
Yep.
And it's like,
Yep.
so they remember playing Pong, so they can touch some memory. It makes sense for them to want to touch that memory. But
Yep.
unless you have an actual memory of Pong, if someone just describes Pong to you, you don't need to actually play it. And if you've played it once, you've played it. Do you know what I mean? It ain't that great. It is what it is.
I mean, the angles are pretty cool, and like the way it would bounce off a thing. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, and look, it said, look, we don't get to Arachnoid without Pong, right?
Yeah.
It's the first stage in what eventually becomes the road to AI robots walking in virtual space begins with the simple physics of Pong.
Yep.
No shit.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't we know so?
Well, I mean, it's basic. Yeah. Programming, you know. But anyway, you were saying about another game.
The game that we're playing now?
Yes, this RPG that you have concocted. Um, I don't think it's as simple as Pong, or
It
is
might
it?
not be as simple as Pong, but I mean it is what it is. I don't, to the degree that it's not. I think the mechanics of it are simple. I think what probably is confusing to people is that if you're like a traditional TTRPG player who's expecting like, how do I roll to hit, and what is the damage done, and how many hit points does this person have,
Right,
and
right,
that it's a different kind of mentality a
right.
little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a diceless RPG mechanic as far as conflict resolution. So a lot of it just comes down to, like, are you familiar with Matrix games and military strategies?
Yes.
It's like that. It's like you would think through like thought problems, like or think a lot of when people talk about old school role playing and how it's different than modern playing is the notion that it's not in the rules, it's in the decisions that people are making at the table, and the
Wow.
sophistication of the dungeon master to say, well, you didn't check for poison gas, did
Let
you?
me. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Have you ever heard of a book or a series of books? Actually, I think it's
Books, I'm not familiar with books.
and they got yeah. Well, they're it's like these symbols written down into papyri. No, but anyway, but it's Ender's Game.
Ender's Game.
Ender's Game. Ender's Game.
I read Ender's Game.
It is like basically like this guy. It's like I forget the name of the other movie, but this person basically
Star Trek.
it's not Star Trek. It's like this person thinks it's a video game that he's being tested on in school. And
What was it? Oh, Jesus Christ! What was the
yes,
name of that friggin' movie?
the other game, yeah, the movie, Starship Earth or whatever. It was
No, not Starship Earth. It was. Oh God, what's the name of that friggin' movie?
Starship. Someone help us out. Let's
No, seriously.
Seriously, it's like Starship Trooper. Not it's
No,
like
no, 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 because that's another movie.
that's like
It's
Heinlein.
no, it's the Last Starfighter.
The Last Starfighter.
The
So it's
Last
something like
Starfighter.
that, but it's Ender's Game, and this was before Last Starfighter. So, but it was like this video game that you were put under as a kid, and then if you got really good at it, you went on to the next level, and the next level was a better video game and even a deeper video.
Are you explaining to me? Are you explaining to me Ender's Game? Or are you explaining to me
No,
Slave the
I'm telling you about my own life.
Oh, your own life. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So I went into this game, and I started these enemies, and you just kill them as best as you can. You don't know what they are, and then you become the speaker for the dead, and those poor people who died, these insects. You know,
It's a shame.
it's
That's the
really
same
bad.
with your sister.
Yeah, she knows all.
She's manipulating the media back home on Earth. You know what
Oh,
I
you
mean?
mean Gigi?
I'm not gonna get started on
Gigi
Gigi.
Young?
Is she
A
still
lot of
around?
people love her, actually.
Why wouldn't they? What's not to love? A lot of
Well,
a lot of
I
people
mean the
love Gabby Gender, you
lies.
know what I mean?
It's all
No Gabby for
Steiner.
gays.
It's all Steiner bullshit that my brother is indoctrinated into her as an organic lettuce farmer. Yeah, and like, great, good for her. You know what I mean?
I hear you. So what I would suggest is this: a couple of things I'm picking up on is that it's tough. It's tough to do the character creation because when one person, i.e., me, has all of the data points, and it's hard enough for me to do it when I'm just doing it myself, when I'm going over them over and over again. So I tell people, if you really wanted to play along with me, the easiest thing to do is to start watching things from 2014 yourself, like Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise,
Yep.
or Coherence, which sucked.
I
Or
like Ninja Tomorrow's.
or you could watch any of the last 8 episodes of season 1 of Rick and Morty, which are from 2014. And in doing so, you could create your own list of traits and put together your own character in your own time. So we wouldn't have to go through this somewhat arduous process, which I think is made harder by the fact that I think you might have other things on your mind, or it might not be as engaging as you might possibly have initially thought. Not wanting to make any assumptions, just wondering aloud what we might be dealing with. I was gonna read off the names of these movies as if you would give you other examples of movies you could watch to get things from. But besides Edge of Tomorrow, all of these things are like Z movie schlock. Oh, I lost you? Hello? Or did you remove yourself? I'm sorry if I put you back if you wanted to be gone.
Oh, I'm still here. Hello.
Okay. I don't. All the other movies that I watched aren't things that you necessarily would have heard of. Maybe Sharktopus versus Petracuda, which has one of the guys from Revenge of the Nerds in it, the Carradine, David Carradine, or Robert Carradine. I can't remember which one he is.
It can't be David.
So it's not David. It's the other one, Bobby Carradine, Robert Carradine.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Are they brothers or are they cousins,
Sisters.
or is it the son?
They're father and sister.
You're cute. Come on, don't do that to the guy. Especially until you've seen him in Something versus Petracuda, because he's kind of severe in that. He plays the heavy, if you can imagine that. Yeah, he's kind of like a demented, psychotic Elon Musk guy in that.
So like Elon Musk.
Kind of.
All right.
You could watch Club Lingerie from 2014. That's
Ah.
especially good if you like older women, really older
Woo-wee.
lingerie. Club Lingerie from 2014. There's also a movie called A Zombie Isle. That was a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. But again, a lot of this stuff was, like I said, it was like movies that I wouldn't necessarily recommend to anybody. You could watch anything from 2014.
Yeah.
Like the Hangover games.
Oh.
Was a combination. It was one of those like kind of like those wacky, like it's not quite, it's beyond Airplane. It's the spoof movies where it's like a Z grade version of like Scary Movie or whatever.
Hey Mo.
But it was an homage. It was like a comedy spoof homage to both The Hangover and The Hunger Games.
And the Three Stooges.
Did they have the Three Stooges in there? I don't remember.
I think so. I think, yeah.
I don't remember that. I remember them having one of the blue chicks from Avatar in there.
Well, they had a curly. It was like.
There was a remake of the Three Stooges. I don't know if it was from 2014, but there was a remake of the Three Stooges.
That's right.
With was French Stewart in that movie?
French Stewart, and it was the guy they did WWE sort of like promo.
It was that big guy. Yeah, I remember. I can't remember his name. He was also in a movie that was a send up of 300.
Yes.
That was pretty good too. He's a pretty good guy. I like him. RoboCop, the remake of RoboCop from 2014.
All right.
Now bear this in mind. This is what I'm talking about, the nostalgia loop eating of itself. The remake of RoboCop, which was obviously on like the 20-year nostalgia loop.
Yeah.
It's now on the 10-year nostalgia loop itself.
Yep.
So now we're on the 30-year nostalgia loop for the first RoboCop and the 10-year nostalgia loop for the second RoboCop.
Excuse me, and the game just came out.
Which one's the game?
It's like the PlayStation 5 RoboCop game.
Oh, well, that makes total sense.
Amazing,
That's exactly what I mean. Like, there's nothing new. We can't come up with anything new. It's the same bullshit. RoboCop, Transformers, everything. They're gonna bring back like freaking Mad Balls. Watch it.
They had Kane. Kane from RoboCop 2. He's like addicted to drugs or whatever. He's like I forget
I can. That's what the hard part of the reason that I always had a funny time watching the that 70s show was because I could never forget Red Foreman as
yes.
Was he? I forget. Was
he blew the dick off RoboCop. Yeah.
I forget if it was RoboCop or RoboCop. He's like the head fucking bad guy. And he's like melt him.
He shot his dick off.
Yeah, he was a fucking bad guy.
Imagine like you're you wake up, you're like, I'm alive, and you're like, yeah, no problem, RoboCop. And then it's like, oh yeah, by the way,
now here's what's really going to cook our noodles. Check this
pay
out.
attention to anything that's going on.
When we talk about things like nostalgia loops and how they come up,
bro,
they come up in these strange ways because if you think about it, the Danny Masterson trial. Think about this. Let me check this out.
No dick.
Speaking of no dick, speaking of DJ Donkey Punch, Danny Masterson.
Oh,
if you look at the final resolution of everything with his trial, it lines up with the nostalgia loops for that 70s show.
Yeah, you know who predicted
debut of that 70s show when his shit started to go bad and wrong.
Nope. I'll go
him getting off the show and then getting replaced and stuff. It's kind of all that.
I'll go before that for heads that know. And Sean Lennon, who I met in Northampton at the Iron Horse, right?
Sean Lennon's a popular guy. A lot of people know Sean Lennon.
No,
you know who I know is who has met Sean Lennon?
Who?
Michael Amieros.
I believe it. Yeah, why not?
No. Sean Lennon was a huge fan of Michael Amnieros. And I know
Really?
for a fact he flew him out to a Las Vegas gig to see
Oh
it.
my God! Really?
Yep.
Wow, good for him. That's awesome.
That was it. That
But
was at that phase where Sean Lennon was dressing up like the like Faster Pussycat Kill. He had like all the black leather get up with the kind of like the Nazi hat, not like the Nazi, the Leatherman
oh,
hat
that's after
and
I
the
knew.
long
Yeah,
hair and the like the
yeah,
big boots. It was like,
yeah.
oh Sean, oh you're
That's
such a
way after I
sweetheart.
knew.
We
Yeah,
love you. You've
when he
got
first
such
came back
talent.
out. Yeah, and
You
he
fat
had
little
like
man. You know what I mean?
no, that was different. But like before he met Charlotte was yeah, no, I knew him and like but he was Jesus Christ. He was different. I forget what we were talking about. But he
We were
was
talking about
into
Sean Lennon. Listen, there you go. So listen,
yeah.
when you're we were just talking about when the movie The Boy Who Loved Trolls, the guy has a photo of his mom on his bedside table. Remember that Sean Lennon, one of his first big breaks was he was in a band with his mom. Remember?
Yeah.
The first thing that he did that was in the public eye was
Yeah.
a band that he was in with his mom.
Yeah.
Nothing says, holy shit, there's fucking
Yeah.
issues here. Like your first rock band success is in a band with your
Oh,
mom. Do you know what I
I
mean?
know.
Like David Cassidy was not actually the son of, Blondie Nick, whatever. You know
Right.
what I mean? That's just like they were just on a show together.
Right.
The Partridge Family. Anyway, listen, we've been here for about an hour. Okay. So we may want to think about I gotta at a certain point I gotta go because I gotta go wrap some things up and talk to my kids or whatever. But
Hold on.
not that I'm not having a fantastic, fabulous time talking to you, brother.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you
Anybody?
just fine.
Um.
Now you're muted. Now I can hear you.
Anyway. I just want to say, hold on. Oh man.
The peaches.
Hey guys, I love you very, very, very. Hold on.
Wait for it. It'll be worth it. It'll all pay off when he unmutes. Trust me. He's going somewhere with this. I know. Prag Magic, how's the game going? It's going well.
Okay, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Jeez, I have a Bible study to do at 9 o'clock tonight. So,
I don't think you do.
do you want to join us?
Yes.
CW?
Yes.
Would you? I
Yes.
would love CW. It's about Jonah and the whale, so you could like Moby Dick. Think about it. Like, it's so many. Jonah and the whale. You get swallowed by the whale. Like, if I think Jordan
It writes
Peterson.
itself. No, the Bible is a gold mine.
Do you want to
Believe
join us?
me.
You can if you want. I mean, anybody can.
Do you have a link to share? Or?
Not right now, but I know. Listen, go to bookandspade.com or Book and Spade is the YouTube channel. And I'll be going on there. My blind prophet friend and his
Oh, wait. I remember that kid.
John Evans.
Oh, okay. I remember you talking about him.
Dude, I would love someday for you.
What's the channel called again?
Book and Spade. But we'll be talking about not Moby Dick, but Jonah and the Whale tonight, which is very interesting because it's like the subconscious swallowing you and you getting to realize. I think it's like the crossing of the abyss. When you look in the abyss, it looks back at you, and you find the little light that's in there. And
Wait,
that
is
really,
Jonas Seidman on this thing? Oh no, no, it's looking at some guy named Ryan Grant.
anyway. So yeah, but I still got like 15 minutes or so.
Okay, you think you're going to be good to go?
Oh, I've been studying. I studied it for the last 2 weeks. It's really deep, CW. It's like, especially, I don't know. I don't want to get into it, but yeah.
Is he a priest now?
He's in the Lutheran church. He's
Ah,
in the seminary, yeah.
okay, okay.
But he got out of Catholicism, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got the On the Altar series. It looks good. I liked. I subscribed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, why not?
Thank you. He'll be so psyched about that, and
Oh,
I'll
I'm sure.
tell him.
I'm so sure.
No, for real. Like,
Yeah, and I can tell you, I can see. I'm looking at it because I'm going through it. I'm seeing Brandon Young. You're there.
there I am.
Now I get. Now let me ask you a question, Brandon. So here's my thing. I'm trepidatious because you're on the phone with me and you're saying things. You know, there have been times when
He
during
is
this.
living.
I'm gonna be. Let me. I'm just gonna cut to the chase.
Yeah.
You currently, if you're either there's either acting skills going on, or there's a possibility that it sounds like you might have been imbibing or using something, or maybe you're just putting on performance. And I could see that because I could just watch myself being like tuning into the Bible study in 10 minutes and be like having Brandon Young be like, oh yeah, hi, I'm Brandon Young, and blah blah blah, and doo. And the thing about Jonah and the Whale is and none of this. Yeah, and CW, what you got to do is you keep on playing the game, but like you make it like complicated. But C.S. Lewis, man, he was really out there, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like it's more about the Lewis than the CS. But anyway, that's what I was thinking about. But you know, people think I'm crazy. My father, my life. You know what I mean? So
You think I'm that ditzy? You think I'm a
no, I don't
ditzy?
think you're ditzy at all. I think you sound like, you know what I mean, that you've been, you know, um rode across the universe one too many times on the devil's thigh bone.
What? Why? Like this?
You don't you do you think that you sound like you're like ready to take a field sobriety test, walk backwards, or
What are you, a
blow
cop?
into a pipe? Like
What are you, a
you know what I
cop?
mean? Blow into the tube? But then again, remember, I'm conceding the fact that you could be doing this amazing
What
acting
does that
role
have to
that I
do
could
with anything?
that in 30 seconds I'm going to tune into you in a Bible study and you're
No,
going to
I'll
be
be
like,
there in like 10
yeah, thank
minutes.
you. For the Bible study with Jonah and the whale is beyond the metaphor of the whale,
Come
just
join
the
us.
mechanics of fishing culture at the time. We have to remember what these animals represented. It wasn't just the ultimate fish. It was more than that. It was this notion of the great unknown,
Leviathan.
a past God, if you will. And in many ways, being swallowed and then regurgitated represents the new believer in Christ being able to escape the old mythology of the past and be born again into the new uterine seawater of the modern contemplative life
Close.
beyond superstition.
Good try. I mean, that was pretty good.
That's off the dome.
No, it's also that's pretty good though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So I mean, he would welcome things like this. You know, the blind servant of God, who I ascribe to.
Here's Pragmagic. I heard a beautiful story about how the story of Jonah was a prime example of testing the patience and humor of those afflicted with prophetisms, and
Yeah.
most don't see it.
Yeah. I
Masking
agree.
affliction and lies with the idea of being savant like it was all planned is a great trick very few actually pull off.
No, he's smart. He knows the deal, you know.
We all know the deal.
Well,
But
come
anyway,
join
this
us.
I have no problem with it whatsoever. I
I
just,
would
I
love for
wouldn't
you
want you,
guys to
I wouldn't
join
want
us
you to
right
go
now.
into a Bible study and it'd be like, there's some places you show up and it's like that's not the place you want to show up in certain conditions. You
No,
know
it's
what I mean?
good. It's good.
Like, I've just had a couple of drinks, but I'm still gonna go to the meeting because fucking whatever, I don't give a shit. Then it's like you're there and you're like, oh man, why did I come here? But that's not to say that what I'm saying is accurate or to any degree
Well, I'm
about
just
that.
saying
It's
I
just
do it every week, and it's great because he was a student when God, I knew him before you, CW. He
that's not
was
me
like
talking about it.
he was like a high schooler, and
We
I
got
thought,
Jerry Cthulhu's in the live chat.
no way.
No shit. Yeah, absolutely.
Jerry, what's up, buddy? Hey, it's Jerry Cthulhu, dude.
Let's see if he thinks you pass the field sobriety test for Bible study at 9
1
o'clock.
second.
But that's not a problem. Like I said, like I it's not. I'm not trying to be here like judging on anybody. I was saying you were mentioning going to a Bible study, and I was like, okay. Not much. How y'all doing? There you go. Doing good. Good to see you, Jerry. Good to see you, baby. Pragmatic. I'm currently eating deep fried Oreos for the first time in my life, and I want to live, Daddy. Let me live. Absolutely. Listen. Of course, deep fried Oreos code. We got Rufus Cat too, whose name. Hey, Jay lost his reg too. I guess I don't feel too bad. No. Listen. I remember, first of all, we're on the I am the one who works here now channel. So this is not the regular CW Chanter channel. So that might be part of it. But remember, like when I went through and I saw that the Rufus Cat, I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. Jerry Cthulhu falls into the same category. I love Jerry Cthulhu, and there's no doubt in my mind that Jerry Cthulhu loves me too. But when was the last time I saw Jerry Cthulhu in a live chat? It's been a fucking minute. It's not like I see Jerry Cthulhu all the time. And Rufus Cat, no offense, like I see you every once, and this is not me bitching. This is me telling, like when I at a certain point I get a bee in my bonnet and I go and I review all the channels and I start looking at how many moderators we had, and I just started getting rid of moderators that I hadn't seen in a million whiles. Here's Jerry Cthulhu. I never see your streams because I have other channels that no one will. Everyone refuses to. Yeah! I walk around the room with the chair. I'm not going to yell at anybody. I'm just going to walk around the room with the chair. Jerry, when your friends and lovers and the people that you believe that you might possibly meet on the other side of the transdimensional doorway because they may be members of your spiritual family, Jerry Cthulhu, when you can't get those knock-kneed motherfuckers to subscribe to your new channels, there's a fucking problem with not having boobs and a vagina in this market. Jerry Cthulhu, I sub all your channels. Yeah, but here's the thing that I've noticed. And I don't blame you, because here's the deal. Folks, I'm going to be completely honest. Jerry, I watch Nox Mente on occasion. Not all the time. So what ends up happening is I probably don't get the notifications for your shows either. If we don't watch the videos, we don't get the notifications. That's not a you problem. That's like a YouTube thing. But fuck it. But Jerry, remember back in the day, we were going to have to play TTRPGs, remember? And you were talking, I was talking, it was even Kerwin. Bitcoin Baby was talking, and we got the free PDFs of Mage and then the Ascension and all that shit. get on that tip, man. I got a whole TTRPG channel, man. Here we go. I just have been spending way less time on YouTube. I don't blame you one bit. You know what? Every dude, right? If I take a look every 2 or 3 years, my watching habits have changed. And every 2, 3 years, oh, there you go. Absolutely. There you go. No, there you go. Next time, believe me, next time I'll give you a total heads up. Link, I'll play anytime. Absolutely. I'll send you absolutely. But absolutely. Here's private. Rufus and Jerry gave Nish the giggle so bad last episode. I was laughing with her. Very warming considering the topics. Okay, there you go. Listen, we've got Tim Fry with us as well. No, absolutely. And I try to tell this people, even when I bitch and complain about, people don't watch and you don't get the notifications. I'm also like, if we're in local bands, we all know how tiresome that comes. You guys coming through the gig? What's that, Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday we're playing. It's going to be a pretty big gig for us because we're opening up for Steamboat. And they were saying that, I don't know, there's maybe a possibility they're going to do an East Coast tour. And if we do, then we're going to go up East Coast with Steamboat. They're doing pretty good. On Spotify, they're blowing up. So we're trying to get the sport out. So if you could come, that'd be great. Tuesday? And it's like, yeah. You know what I mean? Everybody's girlfriend's in a fucking band. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. You're in a band too? Yeah, we're called the Cloghoppers. It's me, a trombonist, and 2 of our girlfriends we went to Smith with. And they clog dance, and she plays the trumpet, and I
Bikini
play the
Kill.
rest of trombone. And it's like, oh, yeah, great. Let's go see that.
Bikini Kill.
That's not Bikini Kill, but there was a band that was like that. That was like, I think it was called Tilly and the Whale.
No, it was the girl.
Drummers were all, instead of having a drummer, they had tap dancers. I'm sorry. At this stage, I'm like, don't tell cut it off. Kim Gordon. There you go.
I met her.
You met her?
With David Berman.
Do you know what I listened to just before today?
What?
From 1984. So this song is 40 years old. You know what song is 40 years old? Slip It In by Black Flag. Remember Slip It In?
No.
It's their homage to the party rockin' anthems of like Poison and Rat.
Oh, like TV party. Bands. We're gonna have a TV party. No, that's
TV party. Slip It In is like, come on, baby, slip it in. You gonna get it? Slip it in. I'm gonna get you. Slip it in. You don't want it. Say you don't want it. Say you don't want it. Then you slip it on in. And she does the background vocals on that. She's like, slip it in.
Kathleen.
You don't know that? That's like a big track.
She was so hot.
She was great.
She was so hot.
She was. She's again like what? Like
she made out with me.
Another person who's like old enough to be our moms. You know?
One time.
What'd you say?
She kissed me, and I was like, I don't know.
Oh, now you're saying Kim Gordon kissed you?
No, not her.
Then who?
Kathleen Hanna.
Kathleen Hanna kissed you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She babysat me.
Yeah, no shit.
For Gordon Light.
Yeah, you know what? And it's funny you should mention that because Gordon Lightfoot molested me as a child.
That's not cool.
No, he didn't. That's another thing that didn't.
In Toronto?
Happen. What?
In Toronto? Or where?
Yeah, he likes to keep it local.
He hasn't have a passport. He can never play in the United States. That's why he always played in Canada. And...
Do you know backstory? Was that because was he a draft dodger?
He was a Dodger.
He was a Dodger. There you go. Nice. Sin to win. Anyway.
Yeah. Come down, you better take care. If I find you've been working by my back.
Rufus Cat is saying, I kissed the girl and I liked it. Yeah, as long as we're talking. Hey, I guess CW Chair just coming out of retirement because I'm calling bullshit on all the bullshitters on YouTube. Brandon Young never kissed the girl. Rufus Cat, you kissed the girl and you liked it. Even if you kissed the girl, you liked it.
I kissed Daddy one time. I kissed him a few times.
Come on.
Yeah, bad boy.
Gordon fingered you at sundown. Listen, let's don't encourage him. Listen.
Hey,
What
you
the
remember
Bible
there was
said.
like that Route 9 diner?
Yeah,
Wasn't that great? It was like open
great. You used to get the
20,
fries at the salad, that little tiny salad bowl.
24/7. You could go in
Yeah,
there and they had all the cakes and all the cheesecakes.
it's good times.
Dude, and you could go in there anytime you want.
Yeah, that's the thing about 24-hour diner.
Yeah, but like, where can you get that anymore?
You can. There's some 24-hour diners.
Nah, ask Keats. I don't know. I don't think it's true.
You don't think that there's 24-hour diners anymore?
Not where Keats lives.
Not where Keats lives.
Correct.
I'm going to go ahead and call bullshit on that.
Well, I mean,
I believe
go
that
ahead.
there are.
He'll say IHOP.
The Dish asks, why does Brandon have a lisp now?
Because you're Australian.
And also because he's getting ready to appear at a Bible study.
Yeah, exactly. Oh wait, 5 more minutes. Here we go,
Yo!
baby.
Oh my God! Listen, talk about blast of the Jerry Cthulhu just dropped a Vitrolic Vic reference. You know who never kissed the girl? Vitriol Vic.
I miss him. I miss her.
I miss him too. But people fell off the. You know who I think of, who you know I've been thinking about all the time. Who I know I haven't seen since I fucked up and cheated on my wife.
Who
is Ed Upside Down Head?
Oh man,
remember Ed Upside Down Head? He appeared on a couple of the streams.
I think he goes by a different name now. Yeah.
Does he go by a different name now? Maybe
Brandon Young. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Brandon Young. There you go.
Yeah. Right.
Son of a bitch. Anyway,
do you want to join us for Jeeble study?
Well, actually, I gotta go because
yeah.
The Dish
I thought so.
That's not easy to do. Balancing a hot load on your tongue is not easy to do. Hey, Brandon, while you're going into Bible study, I'm going to set you up with this is perfect. This is perfect because we got the Egyptian Tarot.
Right.
May I pull a card for you, my friend?
Please, let's go. I don't like divination because I believe it's demonic. But
no,
go ahead.
You don't believe that.
Please. No, listen to me, CW. Channel the demonic into you and pick a great fortune.
I have no fear.
No, pick a different one now. Good. No, not that one. No, because you picked that one before I even said anything. So
wait, what?
Pick one that you can't even see. No, you're looking at it. All right, there you go. Yeah, and now open one. There you go. Good. All right, what's that?
Ace of Swords. Pure intellect, thinking. You know, we had I think it was the Nine of Swords we had before, and you didn't like that, so you wanted to move on and do this, which is fine because this is the cutting implement of the surgeon in my hand at this point, right? You and me, and an ace of swords. It's all just about intelligence, thought, thinking, and working your way through the situation and the plans. But the blessing of the mind can also be its curse. Why we often say ignorance is bliss, right? And why we may oftentimes try to, deaden our intelligence because thinking is too much, too intense, too cutting, too sharp. And that's what we get when we get the Ace of Swords, because we have the suit in all its purity. We have just the sword staring at us right in the face. It can do many things of use. But all of those things of use are essentially tied to committing to making a real change in that which goes under the blade, that which is to be examined, that which is to be excised, that which is to be cut up to be consumed and eaten, that which is to be cut up to be analyzed in an autopsy. Even if we turn that intelligence within and look within with unfettered honesty, then before the night's through, The reason there's a dark night of soul is because there's no light that can get through the windows when the windows are covered in blood. Because we've been excoriating ourselves all night. But through that process, we may come out with a better understanding of how things work and how things are. Or if we're not careful, we can accidentally destroy.
Beautiful. I think that's. I want to hate on that, but honestly, like I can't too much.
No, you can't. You
I
can't at all.
can't because
I
it's
mean,
actually
you
pretty
can do
fair.
whatever. You can do whatever. You can do whatever. You can say
No,
whatever.
no,
you
no,
want
don't
to. No.
stop talking. No, because I'll.
Okay,
No.
I apologize.
Yeah, please do. Can you apologize again?
Can I apologize again?
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Good.
But you'd like me to?
I'm sorry.
You're forgiven.
No, I'm sorry, Brandon.
I'm sorry, Brandon.
Aw, thank you. All right.
You're
Anyway. No, that was pretty good. I have to go to my Bible study, everybody. You can join me. Both
Book
CW.
and Spade.
Go ahead. Hurry up.
Book and Spade. I'm telling people that's
Book and Spade.
that's
Oh, sorry. Book
What?
and Spade is the name of the YouTube channel. And you
Yes.
go there right now. I will be on there, and it'll be like these like virgins, and like we'll all be talking about like how cool it is to talk about the Bible.
So here's what we're wondering. The question is, when Brandon shows up at this next live stream, whether or not we're going to have a Zelig moment where this Brandon that we've had, where I've wondered and contemplated, are we okay? What's going on here? Is just going to be straight as an arrow, crystal clear, and is going to be making these amazing excise.
Only one way to find out, suckers.
That's it. That's
Let's
how
go.
you get us. That's how
I
you
love
get
you,
us.
CW. I love everybody, Jerry, and everybody that's out there.
Absolutely.
Much love. I love you, CW. Thank you for having me on.
You're welcome.
Just check me on the Book and Spade podcast.
Book and Spade podcast.
Book and Spade.
Book and Spade.
Please check it out. If you want to come on, you can come on. And I'll let them come on. I'll let you come on. Them.
Not a problem. Can do.
All right. Love you. Bye.
I love you too, man. Look, so I'm going to end the stream. I love you guys. I love you too. I love you. I love you. I love you. If nobody told you I loved you today, someone just did that. Someone CW Chanter. I may have said it to you twice if you watched my previous episode. It's unfortunate that we didn't get Bite-Sized Cobra Vids with us, but hey, at least they will see in their email that I sent them a link. So they'll know that I still think of them foolishly, like a child, expecting to play with a venomous cobra and not get stung. I love it. Anyway, I love you. I love you. I love you. If no one told you they loved you today, yada, yada. And in my bitching and complaining, the expression should be known and heard. If I don't see you, I miss you. I love you. Come around. Down to try the Meta RPG sometime if you ever schedule one. Yeah, okay, so I got a schedule. Is that what people are telling me? Send me an email, female, c.w.chanter@gmail.com. Hey, dude, this Meta RPG you've been talking about, I'll play. Send me a link. And then I'll say something like, okay, when is good for you? And then we'll get it together. That. See, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. Love bombing on installment plan. 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 Mm-hmm. That's way low. I was going to the worst place on earth, and I knew it. Love bombing you. Love bombing you. You can escape the singing Jew. I'm love bombing you. Hey, baby, take a tune off the room. I'm love bombing you. Never had a lesson. And if I was a chick, I'd be on Wired magazine with everybody telling me I was the female Jandik and they all want to eat my booty. But because life's just not fair, I am a cis. I don't know what I am. I'm a gender conforming, orientation queer stranger to you, but not your heart. Okay. On the internet. That's what she said. On the witness stand. I knew it was bad. I knew it was really bad when my attorney turned to me and said, on the plus side, you might end up rooming with Danny Masterson. Fuck. I'm just not that into curly hair. I guess you get used to it after a couple of years. It's not that the jokes were inappropriate, sir. It's that we just don't like you. So that's why I'm going to Guantanamo Bay to be electrocuted? Yeah. Why are these other guys here? Association? With who? With you. Yeah. All right. At least I'm not going alone. Jerry Cthulhu, Brandon Young, joke's on you. Teach you to associate with me. Ha 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 ha. Jerry, you actually voted for Trump. See where it got you? Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Kidding. Listen. I kid the indicted. Keep it in the family. Never too much love. Never. That's what I said. The night of the alleged incident. These jokes, that's okay. That's too far. Okay, so we're going to stop. Listen, it's all fun and games until somebody makes a rape joke that is not Porky Pig and Daffy Duck, a la George Carlin. I love you, okay? Don't hold it against me. There's no way out of this. Oh. Physical comedy. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, fuck, I actually cramped up. Oh, shit. That was unintentional. Okay. Okay, now I'm in trouble. Oh, shit. Don't call 911. Do not call 911. I'm fine. I can do this. It's that my legs are subject to periodic cramping. I don't eat enough bananas. Oh, shit. Ironically, oh, God, that's embarrassing. Okay, yeah. Cool beans, Mr. Wimple. No, do not call 911. Do not call 911. I'm fine. My controller's Toto. Everything's fine. I love you. I'll see you soon.